What's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy Dre Day. Every day is our day. It's another beautiful video. It's really only my second video though, but it's a face reveal though already. Like 4 subscribers in. This is kind of epic, guys. But yeah, today's video today is going to be talking about the top 5 Switch games I want on the Nintendo Switch, obviously. So let's jump right into it. Am I right, gamers? To begin with, the whole reason I'm making this video, to be honest, it's just kind of for me. I know everybody on YouTube that even talks anything about Nintendo Switch talks about what they want for the Nintendo Switch. So I felt like I wanted to do it too, be my first video of me technically. So I thought I just want to do it and make it really for me. I don't think anybody else is going to watch it besides my girlfriend. So hi Rose. Again, there's no specific order, it really doesn't matter at all. But my first video game is going to be Yu-Gi-Oh! Now I know Yu-Gi-Oh! Is already on the Switch. So don't comment that, my only subscriber. But I don't like that one, to be honest with you. I have it because I'm a sucker for Yu-Gi-Oh! And Konami has like all my money. But like I want a really good Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. I don't think we've gotten a really good Yu-Gi-Oh! Game in so long. Duel Links really doesn't count because it's like a whole completely different card game that I probably would play on this channel pretty soon. What am I talking about? I already played it on the channel. It's my first video. But I want a really good Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. But what I mean by that is like, for example, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Academy on the GBA, the Game Boy Advance. It's probably one of my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Games. It's literally just you being in the same academy as Jaden Yugi and all his friends. And basically you're going through school like if he was. But in the game, you take tests, you talk to people, you duel all the time. I don't know why, but I really, really like that. I would like it to be more advanced though, obviously better hardware to work on, but instead they just ported over like a freaking 4-year-old game now. At least give it to be up to date with the cards, not even like up to date with the rule set or anything. So that's kind of annoying. So I would just prefer a better actual storylined Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. Now here's the thing, I don't know if I'd want you to have all the cards already or to have to get all the cards. Or at least just have a good amount of cards, but then like get like really, really good cards, like rare cards. I'm kind of on the fence about whether or not here's your first deck and then it's like this bogus deck that has like nothing really good with it, and then you eventually accumulate cards over time. It's the point, eventually it's fun. Like at first it's kind of like dragging because you don't get to play with cards you like. So yeah, I don't know about that part though. But, you know, that's not up to me to decide. So yeah, my first game would be Yu-Gi-Oh! So now my second game on this list. To be honest with you, you'll notice that I'm probably going to say each one of these games or these collections or whatever it is one of my favorite games. The whole reason they're in my top 5 is because they're like one of my favorite games altogether, and they're just not on the Switch, and I prefer the Switch. That's what I play the most on. My next game, my number 2 game, would be the Dishonored Collection 1 and 2. So the thing is, here's a little tea, guys. It's just a little tea, not too anything crazy. I never played the second one. Don't come for me, okay? I really, really like the first one. I really, really like the first one. I like the first one so much. I never even had it. I played it at my friend's house, and I was like, yo, I need to borrow this. And then like that night, I think I beat it to the max. Like did everything I could, because it was just really good. It's just a really good stealth game. And then I just never came around to the second one. But if the collection came out of 1 and 2 on the Switch, I could get around to the second one, and best believe I would, in a heartbeat. Dishonored, if you don't know what Dishonored is kind of this just very, very stealthy game, but at the same time, you don't have to be stealthy. You could switch it up and go right in and attack all the enemies. It's just good at what it does. The first one is basically you're like this bodyguard that has to protect the queen and the daughter. Things happen and the queen dies and the daughter gets kidnapped, and it's all blamed on you. So it's kind of you against the entire society, trying to prove that A, you didn't kill her, and B, you're trying to get back the daughter. Again, I would really, 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 really would like Dishonored 2 and 1 on the Nintendo Switch. So this is not the first time I made this video, to be honest. The first time I made this video, and you're never gonna see it because I think I even deleted it already. I had longer hair, it was in a man bun. But around that same time, Borderlands 3 came out, and that is my third game I want on Nintendo Switch. Not Borderlands 3, because I understand that's way too powerful for the Switch, but Borderlands 1, 2, and even the pre-sequel as a collection, basically the Handsome Jack collection, would be fantastic for me. There's not really that many shooters on the Switch to begin with. There's Doom and there's Wolfenstein, and they're both made by the same people. I didn't play either one, I don't really care to. I heard they're really good shooters, and I believe it 100%, and they look really good on the Switch, but I just really love Borderlands, and the just non-stop shooting and leveling up and new guns. It's just, and the characters is just so good. Just like, again, one of my favorite games. So I would really like Borderlands, especially that'd be a game. It's like one of my favorite co-op games to play, and so I can play with my girlfriend because I need more games to play with her, so she doesn't just have to watch me and get bored. The Borderlands games are pretty basic. It's basically, you can pick between 4 classes, and then the newer games, they added DLC characters. But you're basically a vault hunter, and you're trying to find vaults that have these special things that no one knows what's in. So that's what the first one is. The second one is there's Handsome Jack. He's like ruining things. It's a pretty watered down explanation. I know it's like one sentence, but like, it's because I feel like people should know about Borderlands at least. But if you haven't, then you should definitely play it for sure. And that'd be my number 3 on Nintendo Switch. If they could make Borderlands 3 on the Nintendo Switch, I haven't played that one either. I'm gonna get a. Actually, I don't know which one I'm gonna get. I can't decide whether I want the Xbox One or the PS4, because I want Borderlands 3. I know it's not going to come for the Switch, but then I also want Final Fantasy VII Remake. I know this is off topic, but I also want Final Fantasy VII Remake. But like, I also like the Xbox One, so I really don't know. I can't decide. Overall, for number 3, Borderlands: The Handsome Jack Collection. And for my number 4 game, I guess this is 8 technically, for my number 4 game would be the Batman collection, the Batman Arkham Knight collection, the first 3 games. I guess technically this entire top 5 besides the number 1 is a collection. I have no excuse for that. I just think collections are definitely always better. It's better for the price, like Spyro or Crash. Those are great games for $40. Like, I know they're old retro games technically, like remade, but like, that's 3 whole games for $40 compared to one AAA game for $60, you know? So that's just my mindset, even though it's not necessarily the best idea. Batman: The Arkham Stories, the Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and then Arkham Origins, I believe the last one is. I never played Arkham Origins. I played the City, 100% of that, and I played over Arkham Asylum. And I understand how City could be the best one because you're in this open world environment with a lot more stuff. But I really like the dark, linear, like kind of gritty feeling of Arkham Asylum, with the plants starting to be everywhere on the island, and then all the psychos breaking out of jail always around, and then like it's just super dark. I just really like the atmosphere of that one more than City. I do like City, how there's a lot more to do, and it's just very open world, but I really like the dark, alone feeling in Batman Arkham Asylum. Now again, I never played the third one, so it'd give me an excuse to play it, of course. Also, another thing about the Batman games, I really love all the action about them. I know if you just really think about it, it's one button and you just press over and over, and then eventually you press another button. But I find that really fun. It's kind of like a rhythm game to my opinion. And then also, I really like the stealth areas where you have to sneak around and take out each individual person at a time. Or if you get caught, you're gonna get shot and you possibly die. So I really like that. I love all the upgrades you can get, about upgrading your boomerang, upgrading your stealth, upgrading everything you can to make you the ultimate Batman. This is one of those things that the little things are just so good. I really, for some reason, just really liked throughout the game how Batman's cape just gets more and more messed up. There's so many holes that it looks like Swiss cheese, and it's like, it doesn't make sense how he's gliding anymore, because if he was still gliding, there would be holes in the cape and it would just go through the hole, the air would go through the holes and he wouldn't glide, technically. But it's whatever, it's a video game, so it does not matter. But yeah, I like the little details like that too. I also found it really weird though, that it was all in one night. It's always all in one night. Everything happens all in one night. He defeats all the villains in one night. In 12 hours, he has time to defeat all the villains and do everything he needs to do. In 12 hours, technically. Think about that. It could be less than 12 hours too, if it's a good day, if he does everything like perfect. I find that really strange, but I mean, that's Batman. He's Batman and I'm Dre Day. I'm sitting here and he's in the video game, so. My number 4 game would be Batman the Collection. And my number 5th game, that doesn't mean it's my least favorite, would be the BioShock Collection. Now the thing with the BioShock Collection, specifically BioShock 2, it's probably up there in my top 2 favorite games. I can never say what's my number 1 favorite game because it's always changing. But BioShock 2 to me is just a beautiful game. But I would want that whole collection on the Nintendo Switch. BioShock 1, BioShock 2, and BioShock Infinite. That whole entire series, I don't know where to even start, to be honest. Besides Infinite, don't get me wrong, is a good game and it tied everything together. But BioShock 1 and 2, being underwater with that creepy, like, always have to check behind you atmosphere, like you don't know what's gonna happen. It's just amazing to me. Plus the story, I mean, the story is on some other stuff, to be honest with you guys. Plus the story and everything. Specifically BioShock 2, I really like. BioShock 1, I do think it's good. But on the other hand, I really prefer BioShock's 2 gameplay better, only because you get to use 2 hands. And I know that's also an Infinite, but BioShock 2, it just obviously mastered it just way better off the rip. BioShock 1, you only get to use 1 hand, so you have to switch between magic and the weapon. BioShock 2, on the other hand, your left hand is the magic and your right hand is the drill or whatever else you have. Now don't even get me started with that drill. When you get to upgrade things, I think the drill is like always the first thing I upgrade. I just love the satisfaction of just drilling through people and like uppercutting them with the drill and they go flying. It just really gets me going, you know? On some weird psycho stuff, on some Joker the Normie movie, am I right, guys? But if you don't know what BioShock is, I don't know really how to explain the story without spoiling it, but basically the first 2, you're an underwater in Atlas. The first one specifically, you're this one guy. I don't want to spoil anything because it kind of all, if you give too much, it kind of explains too much, and then you can put 2 and 2 together. But number 1, you're in Atlas. You're trying to kill the guy that created Atlas. Number 2, you're a big daddy and you really just want your little sister back. Basically, your daughter, actually, to be honest. And you were kind of killed, but not really. And then you wake up and you gotta save your daughter that's grown up, but it also happens to be the daughter of the actual mother that makes little sisters. And then BioShock Infinite, you have to save a girl that can time warp, and then that eventually adds up to things as well, and then it all ties together. Again, I don't want to give too much information because, like, if I do explain it, you could figure it out. If you don't even think my explanation's that good, you could literally look up a timeline or a storyline of it on YouTube. Someone would be happy to explain it, and you'd give them one more view. BioShock's a good game. BioShock is I know I said it's not in any specific order, and I know I've played BioShock the Collection games multiple times already, but BioShock is probably the number 1 game I'd want on the Switch. I know I'd put it for number 5, so I could do best for last. But BioShock, specifically, if any of the BioShock, at least 2, even though that wouldn't make sense why they put just 2, but I would love BioShock on the Nintendo Switch. Alright gamers, that's all I have for today. Let's be epic. That was my top 5 games I want on the Nintendo Switch. If you enjoyed it, please like, please comment. You don't have to subscribe, I'm not going to force you. But I prefer if you at least liked. But you don't have to do that either, honestly. You don't have to do anything if you don't want to. But please do it, that'd be awesome. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed. Hello again, Rose, the only person actually watching this. And I'll catch you on my other video. My next video is probably going to be another Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video, but like better quality. But we'll find out. I really don't know. I have a lot of ideas of what I want to do. Obviously, I don't know if I'm going to get around to doing it. There's a lot of people in this house, so I get kind of nervous making YouTube videos. But I'm really going to try now. I really do want to try and do this YouTube thing. I really don't care if I get 5 more subscribers from doing this for a year. As long as I have like 5 other people that actually want to watch my videos and listen to me and discuss with me about topics or find me entertaining, that will make me happy. Like I don't really care about getting paid for this. I don't care for anything. I just want to make videos that I enjoy and that I hope other people will enjoy. So again, thank you guys for at least watching it to now. And see you on the next one.